Protesters stormed the streets again in towns across Libya on Saturday, this time blocking roads and burning tires in Tripoli and several other towns. Despite the presence of armed militias, protesters continue to vent their frustrations days after a 2-year peace process was halted in Geneva. The talks have been suspended as the two rival administrations continue to vie for control, dashing hopes of unification, a new constitution, and an elected government.
We want elections. This is the right of the Libyan people and the right of the youth. The street is the basis of legislation. Enough transitions. We want legislative and presidential elections, God willing.
Friday demonstrations broke out in Tripoli and Tobruk. In eastern Libya, protesters in Tobruk set parts of the House of Representatives Parliament building on fire, accusing the legislative body of treason and theft. Some lamented the damage done the day before.
Those protesters live below the line of poverty. They don't have money and can't live a decent life, can't even get food. We support them and support their rights, but not in the way they made things happen yesterday.
The body recently appointed Fatih Bashar as prime minister and approved its own budget. Eastern factions are reportedly behind an oil blockade that's worsened widespread power cuts in the middle of a sweltering summer. In Tripoli, hundreds gathered in Martyrs Square to denounce the UN-backed interim government led by Abdulhamid Dbeibeh and its failure to keep its promises, including holding elections last year, fixing damaged infrastructure, and transitioning the civil war-torn nation to an era of peace and prosperity.
Our demands are clear national demands. We want justice for citizens, an answer to the electricity outages, and the dismantling of all legislative and executive bodies, including Dbeibeh's government, Bashar's government, the High State Council, and Parliament.
The protests defied territorial divisions between rival factions and militia forces, demanding a focus on people's interests over costly political squabbles. But heightened tensions have increased fears of a return to civil war. Sarah Valter, TRT World.